Good afternoon, race fans, and welcome here to race number 5 of the debut season of the PCSRA Craftsman Truck Series. Getting set to go racing here for the Nelly Cars 250. It will be 33 laps coming your way here on a cloudy day at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Of course, we haven't seen the truck drivers since our last race 2 weeks ago at Phoenix International Raceway. On the pole position is Jared Johnson in the number 04 machine. Comes into this race not doing too good in the standings, 28th to be exact. Marcus Sellers, who lost the points lead last time out at Phoenix, dropped all the way down to 5th in the points table, so he's looking for a bounce back this weekend. Carolina Bradley in row number 2. Bradley comes into this race 29th in the points, still looking for her first top 5 of the season. And alongside of her is Shyla Askarov. Askarov comes into the race in that critical 20th position in the points. Needs a good run today to keep herself in the top 20 in points for her win to count for a playoff berth as far as that's concerned. And Harrison Jenkins will complete your top 5. There is the rest of your starting field. As we're going to go ahead and get these cars rolling, or these trucks rolling off behind the pace truck. And while they do that, as we're going to make sure everybody rolled off, and nobody rolled off, so hold on a second. All right, now the field is rolling up. So let's try that again as we're going to show you your point standings. Billy Kitchens, the points leader by 6 points over Olivia Jackson. 18 points over Blake Wagner is third. Carlos Rodriguez, 23 points back in fourth. 24 points back is Marcus Sellers, who dropped down to fifth. Victoria Hughes is sixth. Alexandria Sarnes, 7th, Maisie Creighton, 8th, Michael Brown, 9th, and Morgan Lohr complete the top 10 as everybody has rolled off the grid. It was the 16 who had trouble getting off the grid, but they got that problem fixed, and we're going to be ready to go racing. $33 laps about to get underway here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Drivers trying to get ready for their first ever mile-and-a-half race. I do not think off the top of my head we've been to a mile-and-a-half this year that I could recall. I'm going to have to go back through the tracks. I think the only track that was big enough we went to was Darlington, but it wasn't a mile-and-a-half. Here we go. Green flags in the air. We're racing at Atlanta in the Nelly Cars 250. So this is the first D-shaped mile-and-a-half track we are starting off, which is here in Atlanta. Should be a drafting track. Drivers always will be drafting each other as they're going to try to take the lead like Carolina Bradley is doing. Bradley will lead the first lap, so that's a critical bonus point for her. Harrison Jenkins, who's had a very good start to the year in the 14 truck. Jumped up 7 spots to 16th in the points. Still looking for his first win on the season. As they're nearing 3-4 wide territory. Of course, this track is a mile-and-a-half, and 4 wide's never a good idea, as Jenkins will lead that lap as we're starting lap number 3 of 33. Here comes Victoria Hughes in the 8 truck, as I talked about. She comes into this race 6th in the points, having a very good start to the year. It was a different story this time when I did the Diva Truck Series. She was going the other way in points, backwards. Sam Vickers in the 75, the Spears Chevrolet, dropped 3 spots down to 35th in the points table, so he needs a good run. Hasn't been a good first 4 races for that 75. That's Emma Kaiser right behind the 75 in that Oreo Rich Chevrolet, the Dale Earnhardt Jr. throwback, which is a cool throwback. Kaiser fell 2 spots down to 17th in the points. As there's 5th place, Marcus Sellers in points, going to be in 2nd place. Lucy Granger, 6 spots. She dropped down to 30th in the points table in that Navy Ford F Series. And, oh, we might have had a wreck there. Caution, big wreck. Blake Wagner's involved. Sarnes is involved. Ashton Ingersoll and Olivia Jackson. Second in points involved. Aaron Hornish might have got a piece of it. The caution is out. Let's see if these drivers... Oh, Maisie, what are you doing there, sweetheart? Maisie's on the apron there. We've had a wreck in turn number 1. And Sam Vickers will lead us back to the yellow. Not sure what Lucy Granger's doing, trying to pass under the yellow flag there. Let the 75 go by. There you go. So the caution is out for the first time here today at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Let's jump back a little replay to what happened that involved a number of drivers, including second in points, Olivia Jackson. Well, this is what happens when you try to go 4 wide and it's not going to work. My computer, sorry about that. My computer froze up for a second. I apologize about that. I need to go throw it off a cliff. Looks like Olivia Jackson turned to 64 of Ashton Ingersoll. He comes up and collects the 20 of Sarnes. And then Blake Wagner had nowhere to go. A lot of damage to Blake Wagner's Jelly Belly Chevrolet. That's another driver who came in this race running well in points, or actually 3 to be exact. Wagner, Jackson, Sarnes, 2nd, 3rd, and 7th in points. Ashton Ingersoll came in this race 27th in points, so that is not the run Ashton was hoping for. But these two, especially the 6 and the 0-2, the guy they were trying to run down for the points lead, Billy Kitchens, is loving this, so not good for those. And looks like Sarnes' day is done, so she'll fall out of the top 10 of the points leaving here today. As that's the yellow for the first time today, let's jump back to the restart here at Atlanta. Getting ready to go back to green flag racing on lap number 10 of 33. Should give us a total of 24 laps of racing to go. Sam Vickers is the leader. Marcus Sellers 2nd. Lucy Granger 3rd. Emma Kaiser 4th. 5th is Curtis Glover. 6th, J Underhill. Maisie Creighton 7th. Harrison Jenkins is running an 8th rather. Victoria Hughes 9th, and Carolina Bradley complete the top 10. So all 3 of the Bobby Hamilton trucks are inside the top 10. The 4, the 8, and the 18, so that's good. Sarnes is the only driver who has gone behind the wall. Everybody else has already made repairs and are going to continue on. But I think Blake Wagner is going to be off the pace. And I didn't see what happened to Aaron Hornish because there wasn't any damage to the front end on his 9 truck. So I'm not sure if he had an unscheduled pit stop or not. Yeah, he doesn't have any damage, but Blake Wagner is going to be off the pace in this deal. And on a 1.5-mile track like Atlanta, aerodynamics mean a one. I think Blake Wagner is going to definitely fall outside the top 10 in points leaving today, as we're back to green here in the Peach State of Georgia. Didn't take long for Marcus Sellers to take the lead. Going to bring Lucy Granger with him. And now Lucy Granger going to take the lead. Sellers led his lap, got his bonus point out of the way. Don't think Granger's going to be leading for too much longer. Here comes Curtis Glover. Right behind Glover is Harrison Jenkins. I've been very impressed with Harrison this year. Comes in this race 16th in the points. He's had a slow start, but he's, you know what they say, a fast learner. As Glover leads that lap. Glover comes in this race, by the way, dead last in points. So that is a much needed bonus point for that 18 team. And here comes the Square D Dodge of Carolina Bradley. Carolina Bradley running the 4 truck, the Square D Dodge, as I said, for Bobby Hamilton Racing. 29th in the points table, so she also got her bonus point for leading a lap. And coming to the inside is Sam Vickers in the 75. And pretty soon, there's Aaron Hornish, and looks like he's got a mechanical problem or something. So it looks like he might be down on power. And these leaders are going to be catching him fairly soon. He's running 154. The leaders are running about 185 through the center of the corner. That's an over 30-mile-an-hour difference there. Jared Underhill trying to take the lead as 75 did lead that lap. And there's what I was talking about with that 9 truck holding the leaders up. That's going to allow Kaiser, who's behind Kaiser? Chaz Farmer to get away. Hornish is not even up to speed. He is like holding that middle line up. They caught him at a bad time. Oh, Askarov tried to force it 4 wide. That was not going to work there, girl. That's going to hold up a bunch of people there. Bradley and and Vickers got away, but this group right here is going to start reeling them in. We also got to deal with Blake Wagner, who's also got no rear bumper on his Jelly Belly Chevrolet. Remember, he came as race 3rd in points. Olivia Jackson, who was involved in that wreck, she's running in 31st. Remember, she came as race 2nd in points. And she was trying to run down Billy Kitchens for the points lead. Askarov running in 17th after being held up. And remember, she came in this race in that critical 20th position in the points. So we're going to have to see where this is going to situate her. Lena Ritchie has lost the draft somehow, some reason. I don't know if there's any damage to the Mopar Dodge. Yeah, I think there is right there. You can see she has a hood buckle. I didn't see if she was involved in an incident. They have caught Blake Wagner, and Carolina Bradley going to be the big loser out of that deal. She's going to go from the lead to right now out of the top 10 just like that. Now we'll turn the race lead over to Sammy Vickers. We're past the halfway point here at Atlanta, lap 19 of 33. Here comes the 2 of Jared Underhill. Jared Underhill needs a win. He's 22nd in the points. The good news is he's only a total of 5 points back of 20th in the standings. So he's got still a good chance to possibly get a win. But remember, you got to stay in the top 20 in the points table for that win to count for a playoff berth. Aaron Hornish, 33rd in the points, by the way. This is not the result he was hoping for. And, of course, he expected something better today. Lena Ritchie is the next truck they're going to encounter. That's, by the way, Jared Underhill's teammate at Ultra Motorsports, that 1 truck. As a team ASC Dodge of Jared Underhill. As I'm recording this, was announced Jared Underhill will be leaving the state of Michigan to move to Mississippi. As we wish him good luck in his transition. Not sure if he's going to still remain as a fan of Michigan State. We're going to have to wait and see. As Aaron Hornish gets in the way again. Holds up both lines. Holds up J Underhill, who's going to take the lead. And just like that, they have caught Elena Ritchie. J Underhill will keep the lead, but Curtis Glover's going to take the lead. But the question is going to be, where's the one going to start holding up people? Oh, Glover tried to go around the outside, and Elena Ritchie almost shut the door. And where did Luis Hernandez come from in the 17? Askarov is going to pay the price for going up high. She was trying to get around the one truck. We're going to have two more lap trucks coming. Sam Vickers is going to take the lead. By the way, we have less than 10 to go in this race. And there's the points leader, Billy Kitchens, in second place. Remember, good thing for Billy Kitchens, the gal that was trying to run him down for the points lead got involved in an incident. That would be Olivia Jackson, who's running in 31st. And Jackson, remember, came in this race second in points. And Blake Wagner, who was also trying to run him down for the points lead, third in points, was also involved. So Billy Kitchens, if he does win this race, he could retain the points lead heading into next week's race, which next week we're heading to Gateway for trucks, and Busch Cup will be heading to Pocono. Should be a lot of fun there, but we got to first finish off our Atlanta weekend, though. Ingersoll, and that's Olivia Jackson. They're about to start catching them soon. Billy Kitchens had a terrible season in the Coca-Cola Truck Series. Never found victory lane with Nathan Orman Motorsports. Since then, Nama shut down. And Billy Kitchens, who was released from the team after getting fired, driving the 88 here in the Craftsman Truck Series, trying to regain his glory. But here comes Chaz Farmer, as they're about to get Blake Wagner here, and this is bad. Blake is really holding up that inside line. Someone's going to have to give. Looks like Kitchens is going to give, and here comes the 66 of Xavier Allsopp. Allsopp 12th in points. By the way, your most recent winner in the Truck Series. And now they got two more. They got more lap traffic coming up. The 64. If the caution comes out at any time, the race will be over. Olivia Jackson going to get in the way. Allsopp picked the wrong line to get held up there. And they got to deal with Aaron Hornish again. Goodness me. 3 laps to go. We've already had lap traffic. It's really shuffled the running order. There's Cody Goforth getting held up by Aaron Hornish. I was about to talk about Cody Goforth. Goforth really getting held up by the 9. And it's left these 7 to duke it out for the win unless we have more lap traffic to hold them up. A reminder, Billy Kitchens has not been to victory lane, and he's the points leader, for heaven's sakes. But with him having a big lead on J Underhill and also Harrison Jenkins, that was a bad decision by the Menard Chevrolet, because now he's been caught. See, Abigail Furling, pole sitter Jared Johnson up here. So the Jared and Jared show are up here. Jenkins leads. White flag is in the air. One more lap to go. Allsopp to the inside. Allsopp trying to go back-to-back in the Truck Series. And Allsopp, can he do it? He's got to hold up the gal he beat. That's Abigail Furling, but he left the door open for Furling going into 3. Oh, this is going to be a drag race to the line. Allsopp, Furling, Abigail Furling will win at Atlanta by 4/1000ths of a second. And Abigail Furling came into this race 24th in points. Has she made the top 20 to guarantee herself a spot into this season's chase for the championship? Whew! I felt good after that, ladies and gentlemen. Xavier Allsopp will have to settle for second, but that's still a good result. This is going to get him into the top 10 in points and also build a cushion between himself and that 20th position cut line. Jared Johnson will get third, 20th in points. This will definitely be a good bounce back. And H Jenkins will come away with a 4th place result. M Creighton gets 5th. Good run for Maisie. She'll stay in the top 10 of the points leaving today. Billy Kitchens gets 6th. He will keep the points lead heading into next week because, as I already mentioned, the gal that was trying to run him down for the points leader had troubles today. That would be Olivia Jackson. Jared Underhill gets 7th, rather. 22nd in points will move up in the top 20. Marcus Sellers will stay in the top 10 with 8th. Lucy Granger will get 9th. Great run for Lucy, who comes in this race 30th on the points, so a much-needed run from her. And Curtis Glover, much-needed run for him as he comes in the 10th position, dead last in the points. As you look on down through the remainder of the finishing results, Jesse Art, last car on the lead lap in 30th. Shyla Askeroff, 29th. Askeroff might have fallen outside the top 20 because remember, she came in this race in that critical 20th position in the points. I think she's fallen out with that 29th place finish. Ashton Ingersoll, Olivia Jackson, who came in this race 2nd in points. Blake Wagner, Lena Ritchie all finished, Blake Wagner finished 2 laps down. Ritchie finished a lap down. Aaron Hornish finished 3 laps down. Not sure what the issue is. And Alexandria Sarnes was the only truck who finished out of the race after being involved in our only caution of the event. So I can tell you, looking at this, the points are going to be mighty shaken up, but Billy Kitchens will still be your points leader heading into next week at Gateway. But we still got to finish up this race weekend from Atlanta. We got Busch and Cup coming your way. If you guys enjoyed today's race, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to become part of the PCSRA crew today. We've shown your full finisher results. Your point standings are down in the description heading into next week at Gateway Motorsports Park. Until tomorrow, I've been DeVille signing off. Goodbye from Atlanta as you've been watching yet another broadcast of PCSRA TV, where champions are made since 2010 and the best center racing around the world since 2017.